According to Mr. Shiller, you are not supposed to buy a home for the next 6 months. On CNBC, Robert Shiller said, well, you know, if you can wait 6 months, you too might be able to get a slightly lower price. Again, folks, if you've been following my channel, you know that we talk about affordability, price, income, interest rates, all of these things. I thought it was very, very interesting to watch Robert Shiller in that interview. Clearly, that quote from such an luminary is going to be repeated endlessly. If you actually watch the video, you see him go on to kind of hedge his bets. At the end of the day, I don't think anyone should buy a home ever, not today, not last year, not next year, without doing the work. There is no one housing market. And in the broken housing market we have today, there is not even really one market in your buy box. If you've been watching this channel, you know that I'm trying to pound the table, that we have at least a bifurcated market where luxury is stacking up and entry-level homes are getting multiple bidding wars. So to hear Robert Shiller say something like that, I think he will regret seeing that clip played over and over and over again. Again, one man's opinion. He is not looking in your buy box, I guarantee you. He is an economist who looks at data. He is also an economist who made his name, built the Case-Shiller Index in the last crash. And you know that I believe this crash is more like the S&L crisis of the early 80s and not the Great Recession that Robert knows so much about. So again, recency bias, history, all of that. But again, we now have another crash, bro. Robert Shiller, yes, that Robert Shiller, telling you not to buy a home. Where I'm telling you, folks, just do the work. Have a buy box. Look every day. Only write great offers. It is that simple. But folks, we live in a world where nobody wants to do the work. I shouldn't say nobody. If you're on this channel, you clearly get it. Certainly, if you come back to this channel, you know that we talk about doing the work. So congratulations, and we send out all these cards and whatnot when you do the work and get a great deal. Again, if you are okay with that message of do the work, like, subscribe, comment, be a part of this channel, celebrate other people's success. Just get with a group of people that know you too can do great deals and make money in any housing market. It takes work. I know. Work is a 4-letter word. I know. I'm sorry. But I expect to see that clip on lots of channels, and you know what channels I'm talking about. Robert Shiller saying, don't buy because you too will get a discount in 6 months. Okay. All right. Well, we got Case-Shiller and FHFA data. Remember, folks, we will go over these numbers. These are meant to be national numbers. We are on the cusp of April, and these numbers, folks, are yes. It makes me chuckle. It makes me laugh. These are January numbers. Do you think the market is different today than January? So yes, we are talking about January. So here we go, folks. We got the numbers this morning. I'm going to make sure I get them here. Case-Shiller, year over year, still not negative. Year over year, Case-Shiller was up 3.8%. Remember, Case-Shiller is essentially a collection of 20 large cities. As you will see in a minute, I believe FHFA is a far better summary of the country, right? The country is not San Francisco, Seattle, San Diego. The country is, well, all 50 states. FHFA does a much better job. But let's finish off with Case-Shiller. There are some year-over-year declines that are eye-popping. You have, where is it? San Francisco, down negative 7.6%. We told you that was coming. They have a lot of problems. San Francisco is the epicenter of suck. Not only in residential, but the epicenter of commercial and office suck. It is, their leadership have made compounding stupid decisions, and the bill is due. It is going to be ugly, But yes, other side of the coin, there will be someone, and maybe several someones, who make hundreds of millions of dollars buying at the bottom. We are nowhere near the bottom, but I can promise you in 5 or 6 years when we are doing the daily financial news, we will be celebrating some entrepreneur, risk taker who bought an office building at the bottom, converted it to multifamily or whatever, and crushed it. But yes, folks, we are nowhere close to that. San Francisco has plenty of pain coming. On top of that, we got Seattle down 5.1%. And let me just tell you right now, Seattle will be ugly, 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 ugly in February. Why can I say that with confidence? Folks, remember, one of the millionaires we bring back each week is the top 1% agent in the country. And her backyard is Seattle, aka King County. She showed you in a video, chart number 6, I think was in the title of the video. In February of 2022, the average Seattle transaction, this is mind-blowing. I have never seen it before. Again, when I say average transaction for February, that's every single home sold in Seattle. The average was 112% of list price. I'm not making it up. 112. You can go back. Beth Traverso has a playlist. I think it is simply called Beth. Go watch that video from last week. You should be shocked, and you should stand here today like I am and tell you February, Case Shiller, Seattle, double digits. It will be down double digits in February. It just has to be. Mathematically has to go that direction. Not to be outdone, there is one more negative year-on-year number coming in with San Diego, California, down 1.4%. How about the hot markets? Well, we've got Miami up 13.8%. If you are shopping in Miami, I would love to hear from you. Has the market changed since January? I'm just curious. More inventory, less inventory, prices, what's going on? If you are shopping in Miami, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Tampa up 10.5%. And finally, Atlanta up 8.6%. So again, the Case Shiller 20 year-on-year up 3.8%. I expect the Case Shiller to show 4 negative months year-on-year, February, March, April, May. You can look at the charts and see the unhealthy buying behavior last month. We're lapping those months and we got to pay the price. But after that, we will be off in positive, basically flat. So that is all coming. Let's talk about FHFA. Like Case Shiller, FHFA is from January. So again, very old. It does a better job of mapping the country, not being distorted by the big cities. FHFA, let me get the data. Up 0.2% month on month, where it was expected to be down negative 0.3%. Yes, folks, the country is doing better than people expect. Lots of people, not you and I, have expected this home price deterioration. We know it's not coming because this crash was about transactions. And most people, dare I say, all other people missed it. You and I saw it coming, and we knew what happens when you go from 6.5 to 4 million transactions. Price is a lot stickier. So again, FHFA home price up 0.2%, not down negative 0.3%. So again, better luck next time, Crash Bros. So let's talk about Disney, Lyft, and Alibaba. All three of these companies are doing 3 different things, but they are all things that you and I should expect. 1, Disney. Disney has announced 3 upcoming RIFs. As an executive at a company, I think that is horrible. I think what Disney did in an internal note is, it's just horrible. You are going to destroy your internal culture. Everybody is, if you survive RIF 1, which is occurring this week, all you are going to do is think about RIF 2. RIF 2 in the internal email says it will be bigger than RIF 1. It will occur, let me get the notes, by end of April. Why would you tell your people that? For the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, all they're going to think about is it me? Is it me? Is it me? recessions suck. And if you are an employee at a company that has announced a future RIF, all you are going to think about, is it me? As I told you probably a year ago, if you are in one of those positions and at risk, get close to revenue. Don't be on a project that can be easily cut. Disney, for example, cut its metaverse team. Not close to revenue. You were some future idea that was all expense, no revenue. I keep telling you, get close to revenue. Don't be on that special project that sounds great when risk is zero. It will get cut. Another example, I think it was Google that cut their Google Glass or whatever it was. Again, get close to revenue. Don't be on that project. That branch that has no revenue is easy to cut. When recessions are coming, product marketing is not in charge. It's the accountants. And as an accountant, we will cut that branch and not even think twice. So again, we are going to have multiple rounds of layoffs. I hate how Disney announced it. I think that is cruel and unusual punishment, but so be it. Most companies will have 2 and 3 rounds. I actually think most people will have 3 rounds. Overhired, cost reduction, CEOs, here's a hint. We talked about this with Taylor from Life Goal Investments yesterday. CEOs want to goose their stock price. The easiest way to do that is cut operational costs, AKA people. It just is what it is in the environment we are in. Let's talk about Lyft. Lyft is, if you don't know, like Uber, just not doing well. Ride-sharing company. Lyft was basically run by its founders. They are now stepping away, bringing in outside eyes. You are going to see lots of companies. Now, Lyft is public. There are lots of companies that are private that will do the same thing. In order to get the next equity round or raise or make the hard decisions, the founder, the leader will go away. Fresh blood will be brought in. Then you will have an honest discussion of the business, sell stuff, partner, acquire. These are why outside eyes. You have no legacy. You have no history. You are not tied to any of the stupid decisions from the past. You are going to see more founders go away and outside experienced eyes come in, because that outsider is going to cut ruthlessly, and it will be a different company in 9 to 12 months. Let's see what happens at Lyft. And then finally, Alibaba. Alibaba announced today that they are going to split up into 6 companies. Now, why would Alibaba do this? Well, folks, they want to raise capital. They now see these 6 pieces being able to go to the capital markets individually and potentially go public. This is a money grab. It just is what it is. We are going into an environment where it'll be harder and harder to raise. So Alibaba is like, hey, if we split up, maybe it'll be easier individually. We don't have to raise as much. This, again, is something you will see going forward. So lots of stuff going on, lots of stuff you can expect. Recessions. So again, folks, I am getting more active on Twitter. Come support me on Twitter, one rental at a time. I am constantly bombarded by negativity and hate and this word fair. Recessions are scary. You and I have been talking about it for a year. If you happen to be impacted directly, it can feel like a depression. If we go from 3.6% unemployment to, say, 6%, I want you to know what that means. That means 94% of you are still employed. 94% of you should look at your spend, look at your wants versus needs, stack some dry powder, do the work, and buy assets on sale. You have undoubtedly heard Warren Buffett saying about when the tide goes out, you see who's swimming naked. I want you to take that quote and stop being a pervert. Stop looking at the naked people that got caught as the tide went out. Instead, avert your eyes from the naked people and look at the ground. See what they dropped. Look for gold bars. Look for diamonds. Look for whatever it is you want on sale. Again, when the tide goes out, gold is lying on the ground. Your job is to find it. Stop looking at the naked people. It's my pivot on Warren Buffett's quote. So again, they're scary. Altos Research, Mike at Altos Research puts out great data on the housing market. I follow him on Twitter. He had a great series of charts today. Again, Altos Research. Give him a look. Make sure I have the data. Altos Research. Home sales, active listings, dipped to 413,000. Folks, I keep telling you, sellers are on strike. New listings are trending 25% below last year. The inventory is not coming. And by the way, the 413, Mike, if you ever see this, we have to do a better job. The 413 appears better than last year. I am here to tell you right now, based on all of your great feedback, that 413 is worse than last year. How can that be? Very simple. That 413 has the luxury market, which is distorted. Inventory is stacking up. Wish pricing. That 413 probably has at least 100,000 of bullshit listings. So yes, 413, woohoo, up from last year. In reality, the stuff that the average American, not the folks like Patrick Bet-David who's shopping for a $25 million home, the stuff that you and I shop for, there is not nearly as much as last year. People are missing this in the data. We got to peel out the luxury market. Of the 413, I am willing to guess at least 100,000 or almost 25% of the listings are luxury. So folks, even like Mike at Altos Research and Lance and Logan, all these people that I follow that are amazing, guys are missing it. The luxury market is distorting the numbers and making it look slightly better than it really is. Please start to cut the data differently and you would be shocked. How many of you have seen 0 listings in your buy box? How many of you are seeing lines out the door for affordable homes? Folks, the market is bifurcated. It is broken. It is hard as I've ever seen. And I think the media is missing it. Do me a favor. Let Logan, let Lance, let Mike know you follow them at one rental at a time and ask them to cut the data. Follow me on Twitter. You can see me prodding and asking them to do just the same. Rents. Oh my God. 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 So if you follow my channel, you know that I have been warning limited partners about some very poor syndications over the last year or so. You've heard me talk to Jonathan Twombly, Anna Kelly, and others about the dangers of being an LP, investing in a GP who has no skin in the game, bad assumptions, bad debt. Well, now some of you have lost everything. If you are an LP in Oklahoma City, if your deal in Oklahoma City was consummated in the last 18 months, I can tell you right now you are not good. Oklahoma City rents down 15.7%. 15.7%. 15.7%. If you are an LP in Oklahoma City in a deal that was consummated in the last 18 months, please call your GP and find out what's going on. If you follow me on Twitter, you will see a post I sent out that included Oklahoma City, Austin, and Phoenix. From memory, I could be wrong. I think Austin was down 7% and Phoenix 6%. It might be reversed. I'm not one of them, 7 or 6%. Also, if you are an LP in Austin or Phoenix, I think calling your GP today would be a good idea. Folks, again, real estate investing is hard. Do the work. You have to know what's going on. Please, please, please. And again, please follow me on Twitter, one rental at a time. I am sending money to a wonderful waitress in, I think, Austin, Texas, or somewhere in Texas, who is doing random acts of kindness. Every day she works, she is buying someone or several someone's dinner. Total surprise. You can follow me on Twitter and see the joy that one rental at a time is bringing to the world. We are doing this through someone. She does an amazing job. She's a funny lady to follow on Twitter. But again, random act of kindness. Let's make people smile. The world is scary. The world is full of hate. Let's make people smile. And if you follow me on Twitter, you can go back and see some of the just happy faces of folks that we have bought dinner for. Like, subscribe, comment, become part of the family, do the work. Investing is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy, but it is amazing. Time in the market beats timing the market. Everybody can make good rate deals if you do the work. It's not promised to be easy, but I trust, just like the thousands of other cards we've sent out, you too can do it. I believe in you. Do you believe in you? Bye.